Hello, everyone. We are back in my car, in my A1 professional podcast recording studio, my Audi Q5. So, I actually love recording in my car though, because I just feel like I feel so like, I don't know, I feel like I can just be my like true self in my car. I sound stupid, but yeah, I am also currently in the local Starbucks parking lot in the very back, which is a very dangerous place to be because, it's winter break and I'm at the local Starbucks at 1 p.m. So, yeah, we shall see. However, I couldn't record in my room today because my dad's office, the way like my house is set up, is like my dad's office is right next to me. So when I'm trying to record and he's like on the phone in meetings, like it just simply doesn't work. So yeah, we're back in my car today, and honestly, I'm not that bad about it because I love recording in my car. And I just feel like I get good sound, and like it just feels so cozy, and like you guys are in my car with me. And yeah, so last time I talked to you guys was 2 weeks ago, which again, I'm gonna be doing probably every other week. I feel like I really want to put out the best content for you guys and not like rush it just to get out a video every week, if that makes sense. So that is kind of what I've decided, especially during school. I definitely need to do every other week just because I get so busy. Like, I don't have time really to put to this every single week for multiple hours for editing. And which is editing's gonna get a lot easier after Christmas because hopefully, fingers crossed, if Santa brings me a computer, editing's gonna get a whole lot easier. So I'm hoping for that. And I'm also gonna invest in some new equipment. Because growing up is weird, and April is gonna be 1 year old, which is crazy. Like, insane. But also that's in a lot of months away. However, um, what I've been up to recently, in the past 2 weeks, I've been up to quite literally nothing. I have been working. I've been working at the photography studio at home that I work at, a couple times a week, and other than that, like literally nothing. And I've been really bored. And I think it has caused me to feel really tired and unmotivated because I have been doing like nothing. Not purposefully, just because there is nothing to do, because no one's home. And when I don't have work, I simply just have nothing to do. And I feel like I need to start like making and finding things for me to do, for myself to do. But at the same time, I know if I do that, I'm going to overwhelm myself. And I want to like make sure I'm completely rested before I go into this next quarter of school. But I think in the next coming weeks, things are going to ramp up a lot because it's going to be the holidays. And then next thing you know, I'm going to be back at school. And I'm going to New York next week, which I'm so excited for. I'm going for the day with Heather and my sister. And then I'm also going for New Year's, which could not be more excited for that. I'm going to be there for a few days and it's going to be so freaking fun. I'm so excited. I love New York City. And I can't wait to be there with my friends. So, therefore, I feel like in the next few weeks, things are going to be ramping up. So, what I want to talk about today, though, aside from the life update, is I have been going through, among all the other things that I've been dealing with in my life, I have been going through like a fashion wardrobe crisis. And all the advice that I'm about to give you guys for how to really revamp your wardrobe effectively, especially during the holidays, because I feel like this is something that a lot of people want to do during the holidays and like have cute outfits and stuff, and finding winter outfits and having a good winter wardrobe is really hard. So all these like little tips that I'm going to be like sprinkling in here, can't take all the credit for them because Miss Emma Chamberlain did give me some of these, so gotta give credit where credit is due. I think she made a video, I forget what it's called. It's something like about amping up your wardrobe, and I watched that and I was like, I'm gonna make my own take on that. So that's what we're doing today. Because I feel like also I need something lighthearted right now. Just get me out of a funk because I feel like I'm emotionally burnt out, which if you watched my episode with my friend Tess on burnout, we talked about emotional burnout, and I think for the first time, honestly, in my entire life, I'm dealing with that. So we'll talk about that in another episode. However, I want to talk about something more upbeat and lighthearted today just because I feel like that's what I need. So that's what we're going to do. So I feel like my entire life I have been like, I could never imagine wanting the clothes that I want now. Like, the clothes that I want and that I'm putting on my Pinterest boards that are like inspo for like outfit ideas and new wardrobe and all that. Like, if you told me and showed me my Pinterest board that I have now when I was a senior in high school, I would have literally laughed in your face and been like, that's hilarious. Like, that's not me. But, like, I am literally wearing a Def Leppard t-shirt with holes in it from Urban Outfitters from probably 2022. And which I don't even actually know where I got this shirt, to be so honest with you. Don't know where I got it. Maybe the sale section of Urban? I don't know. That just entered my brain. I don't know where I got the shirt, but I've had it for years. If you're watching the video version, I'm going to put up like photos of the outfits that I'm talking about and the kind of outfits that I am envisioning because I don't really know how to describe it. It's like very Banana Republic, New York City-esque, businesswoman-esque, I guess. And the color palette is very much black and white and like gray and tan tones. Crazy. If you were to tell me that that is the clothes that I want to wear 2 years ago, I would have not believed you. Not believed you. And I think it's just a part of growing up and a part of like, I don't know, maturing, I guess. Ew. But the thing is that I know a lot of people go through like wardrobe crises. I don't know. I know a lot of people go through this a couple times every few years, if not a couple of times per year. I have some friends that change up their style like throughout the year. And I feel like I am one of those people, but I do it smart. And I'll explain how. Because I feel like not only you have to be, I mean, there are people out there that can afford to change up their wardrobe whenever they please because money is not a problem, which they are very fortunate. Not everyone is like that. I would say a majority of people are not like that. So, and also, you just got to be aware on all fronts of doing that. So, the first thing of having wardrobe crises, I don't fucking know, is having good basics. Basics and just staples that are good for every style, every season. That is literally the key to having a good wardrobe. It's just, sue me, but it's the truth. You can't have all these like crazy jackets and crazy tops and crazy pants without the basics that go with it, especially during the winter when you need to layer in most places. Also, side note, I am so far from a fashion person, so far from a fashion major. Honestly, I should really have one of my fashion girlies on here with me, and maybe we'll do another episode like that because I am so far from it. But this is just what I have learned and what I put together in my brain. So enjoy. But yeah, so staples are truly the best. And the good thing about staples is that you can get them anywhere. And they don't need to be like amazing quality. Like they don't need to be like $20-$30 tops. Like you can go to Walmart and get tank tops for like $5 and Target. Like, I mean, Target's a little bit more expensive. Or you can literally go thrifting. Like I thrift. Probably 95% of my closet is thrifted. And that not only is good for the environment and good just because, you know, fast fashion and everything, but it's affordable and it's just like good all around. And a lot of things that I thrift, like I have found the best things thrifting. Like I will put up a picture if you're watching the video version, you can see it. But I thrifted this Anne Klein leather blazer for $20. $20. It easily would have been $100, if not more, on like base price. So there's literally no negatives to thrifting, especially if you have good thrifting and you are a good thrifter and or go with someone who is a good thrifter. And then you just find the best things ever, and it's the greatest thing. It's like Christmas because you're finding affordable things that are so cute. Like, there's literally no negatives. You're helping the environment, you're finding affordable, cute things, and you're amping up your wardrobe for a good price. Like, there's no negatives. So therefore, basics and thrifting things, especially thrifting basics, is the best ever. Also, something that I have had issues with in the past is getting things that I don't necessarily need and or things that I think go with the vibe that I'm going for and for the outfits that I want to wear, but I either don't have stuff to wear with it or I am completely wrong and completely off. So this is where your lovely Pinterest board comes in hand. Every time I've been shopping recently, which is not a lot because I don't really go shopping for clothes unless I'm thrifting. But still, even when I'm thrifting, as I'm shopping, I have my Pinterest board out and I'm looking at it actively. Because if I'm like, oh, I need sweaters and I need, blazers and I need like dress pants, I need to know what I already have, which I'll get into that in a moment. But I also need to think about all the different options of things that could go together with that item that I'm looking for, or Pinterest board helps with. Because if you're just going out and you're getting all these things and you don't actually know what you're going to put them together with, you might have nothing to put them together with, and then they just sit in your closet and waste away, and you wasted money, and someone else could be having that top or whatever and enjoying it and loving it. So having a Pinterest board out while you're shopping, I think, is like key. Like, I was at Burlington Coat Factory with my sister and my mom, and I was like, okay, I need this type of coat and this type of coat because this is the kind of outfits that I want to start wearing. And my sister was like low-key laughing at me because I kind of look ridiculous. I'm like, have my Pinterest board out like a little girl being like, I want this, I want that. But honestly, like, if you're trying to revamp what you're wearing, like, that is the best way to do it. And Emma Chamberlain, again, credit where credit is due. Emma talked about doing this, which is honestly an amazing idea because I've always made Pinterest boards, but I never thought to look at them while I was shopping. So, and maybe that's just me. Maybe like this is something that a lot of people do, but it is something that is really smart. Another thing is going through your closet before you go shopping. Because knowing what you have before you go out is very, very crucial. Because if you have nothing for said clothes that you're getting to go with, you are wasting your time and your money. So you need to really have a good idea of what you already have in your closet and get rid of shit. For the love of God. This is me calling a lot of people out right now. Get rid of clothes that you don't wear anymore. I go through my clothes in my closet. Like, I am notorious for like bringing random bags down from my room, and my parents are like, what are you doing? I'm like, bringing clothes to Plato's closet. I'm like, every couple months, because there's just simply clothes that I don't want to wear anymore, and other people will get good wear out of them, and I get money for them most of the time when I like sell them, which is not like the main reason, but I mean, it is very nice, truly. Free money, essentially, girl math. So yeah, getting rid of clothes that you already have that you know won't go with your new style that you're going for is very important. But also with that, a lot of things that you have, especially basics like jeans, light wash, dark wash jeans, whatever, tank tops, t-shirts, things that you can layer, all that sort of stuff, those are the kinds of things that you can make for any style. So you don't need to be spending an absurd amount of money on all new stuff that you had already, but you got rid of it. So it's kind of like a balance of like getting rid of stuff that you definitely don't need and that you could not make work, and using stuff that you already have so you don't have to spend a lot of money on the new stuff. So, and this is kind of like obviously, Fiona, like, are you, like, obviously? However, I personally have been so bad in the past at, like, getting rid of stuff and then going and buying, like, the same exact thing, just, like, the Target version and not the Walmart version or something. Like, you know what I mean? So, I am, like, I've done that in the past, and then I just end up wasting money and time, and, like, it just was pointless. So, that is very important to know what you already have and get rid of stuff that you already have that isn't going to work. Because if you just go out and you're like, oh, I need this, this, and this, and then you go back and then you don't have anything to wear it with, and you already have it in a different color, like, I know that probably happens to a lot of people because it has happened to me. And it's not like you mean to do it. It's just like you think you need something and then you don't actually need it, if that makes sense. So I feel like during each season, I feel like it's not even during each season, it's more like during summer and then winter is when my styles really change. Because in the winter, I'm really wanting like layers, scarves, like leather jackets, layering, cute pants, like boots, like that's what I'm wearing. But obviously in the summer, I'm not going to wear that. In the summer, I'm going for something more like tans, greens, like earth tones. But in the winter, I don't really want that. But using all the things that I've talked about, like Pinterest boarding, having the same basics, like that is kind of the key to being able to stay consistent in what you're owning and what you have, but also being able to kind of change up the style of what you already have. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind of what I've been doing. Especially like I have not cared this much about clothes, I think, since going to SCAD, because, you know, at SCAD, everyone is always eating with their outfits. Their outfits are so good. And it makes me want to, like, level up my wardrobe, and especially because I am looking to work in New York, and I'm looking to really, you know, become more professional and become more, like, in what I want to do as an adult person. Why do I say it like that? Person? I am wanting to level up my wardrobe in a completely different way than I have before. So that's why I think, one, the most affordable way to do it, and two, the most efficient way to do it. Because efficiency is key, people. My dad would love to hear me say that because he is the king of efficiency. Everything ever is efficient, efficient, efficient. Someone just walked out of their studio. Hey, girl. Okay. Efficiency is key. If you want to lever up your wardrobe, no matter what time of the year it is, basics, thrifting, Pinterest board, those three things will save your life. And they have saved my life, truly. Truly they have. But again, I am no fashion expert whatsoever. I'm trying to be a lot better at fashion, and I think like being around it so much through like modeling and at school, like it's made me a lot more aware of it for sure. And I love like, you know, dreaming up outfits and stuff, but I am definitely not a master at this. So with all that being said, I hope that you guys love this little like fashion talk. Very not like me whatsoever. I am very not fashion-esque, to say the least, but I guess I am now. So stay up to date on my Instagram at Fiona Amos with 2 S's at the end to see all my fashion stuff. Maybe I should like switch to fashion design. Crazy. Would never do that. So yeah, I hope you guys loved this little episode today. I am so emotionally burnt out. So I really just needed to come on here and yap about fashion and pretend like I'm an amazing fashionista for a little bit. So I thank you guys so much for tuning into that. And also, Spotify Wrapped came out, and so did my Wrapped for my podcast. And seeing all the love that had come through that I didn't know before, like that truly, like it meant so much. And the fact that like 10 people in 10 countries are listening to my podcast. Like, truly, thank you. And that's just on Spotify. Like, that is not on YouTube as well. So thank you guys so much for the continued support. And I love my little podcast that I have. I think it's my pride and joy, my little baby. So thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate all the love. And always, always, always let me know what you want to hear, and shoot me a DM on Instagram. I always answer. And the Instagram is Growing Up is Weird Podcast. So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and level up your wardrobe this holiday season and make a Pinterest board. And also, if you want to look at my Pinterest is, I think it's Fiona Amos 4. I don't know. I'll put it on the screen, and I'll also put it in the show notes. So if you want to follow me on Pinterest, go ahead. Go check out my Pinterest boards. Go check out what I got going on over there, because I've been loving Pinterest. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.